Hi, I'm Dr. Clayton Stitzel here with my friends Barry and Reese. Reese had just recently done treatment with our clinic, and I asked them to maybe they share their story a little bit and their experiences and how they found us, how they got here, what was it like when they were here. Things these are the sort of things that bring a lot of anxiety for parents and patients and things as they're trying to navigate this process here because they have orthopedic surgeons saying, "Hey, your kid needs sprays. Hey, your kid needs a surgery." Yeah, and it's a lot of overwhelming stuff, and then they're rolling around on Google and they come across our website and then all of a sudden find a guy like me saying, "Hey guys, we have a better way. We have a better way. We can try a more modern approach to treating this condition." So just a couple questions for you guys, and again, thank you so much for your time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you, Clayton.
Yes.
Thanks. All the way from the great state of North Carolina. Uh, so what was your scoliosis treatment experience before finding ScoliSMART in my office?
Well, it was a little over a year ago, and I was at home. I was working, and Reese's mom took
Yeah.
her to the doctor, and
Because at a prior visit, they had told me they were like, "You might have scoliosis. We're not really sure. Your back looks a little uneven." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, I don't really know much about that." And then I went to the visit with my mom, and it was kind of all just like really overwhelming
yeah,
at first.
and so being dad is they come in with mom and daughter crying.
Yeah, I was bawling my eyes out when I got back to the house, and he freaked out. He was like running around the house like, "What is wrong?" And he came up to me because I was like acting like something really bad had just happened, because something did. Like when I was at the
Something really bad
office.
just happened, Reese. That's why.
Yeah, it's something that did just happen, because it was kind of thrown at me within like 20 minutes of being in the office. I go in, I sit down after I had just done my x-ray, and they were like, "Okay, we're looking at a pretty significant curve, and we are going to have to do surgery because you are past the point for bracing." And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? Like, what's bracing? What kind of surgery am I getting? Like, what are you even telling me?" And then they hand me a pamphlet for how to prepare your child for surgery.
Literally.
I hand me
Here,
a pamphlet.
here.
I immediately start crying. I'm like, "What is going on? I didn't even know there was anything like quote unquote wrong with me. And now you're telling me that there's something that is gonna like alter my life completely in the span of like 20 minutes." And it was a very surreal experience almost, because I had no idea what scoliosis even was. And just to have something like that thrown at me is just really intimidating and scary.
Yeah,
And
and
it was
being
just,
dad, have your daughter come home and is crying,
yeah,
and mom is crying,
yeah.
and mom hands me this brochure, and I'm just I'm furious.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, stop.
Yeah.
This is not going to happen. We're going to do a lot of research first. We're going to look into this. I'm going to set up an appointment as fast as I can to
Mhm.
go see the surgeon, which I
Yeah.
did. And so, yeah, that was our first experience
That's a rough
was
one.
horrible.
That's a
Yeah,
rough.
it
I'm
was just
sorry.
stressful
Yeah.
I'm
above
sorry for both of you. That's a
yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
I've heard a
And
lot.
so,
I hear a lot of these stories, and that's a rough one. I mean, that's a certified 9 out of 10 right there. That's brutal. I'm so sorry. So, how did you find ScoliSmart and my clinic in Pennsylvania here, specifically?
well, I immediately went into
Research
research
mode.
mode.
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I looked into everything. I looked at, different
For
nutritional
weeks.
treatments, there are chairs you can buy. There's brace, you know all this. There's the
Yeah.
braces,
I helped invent the chair.
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
yoga different yoga
Yeah.
programs. And so I just started researching and going down the list, calling people all the time. And then when we got on the phone together, that it was just a complete total blessing,
Yeah.
because we sat there, we were on the call for over 30 minutes, Clayton, and you just answered every
Every
single
single question.
question. and and you would get anything that I wanted to know. We talked about in detail, and the fact that, oh, you've devoted your life to this for the
Mhm.
past over 20 years. And I got off the phone, or off the Zoom call, going, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I had to tell her about it and her
Mhm.
mom about it, because it was just like, we weren't going to do surgery. There's no way, and there had to be a better way.
Mhm.
And after our call, you made everything so clear. And I remember you said a couple things that really rang true. Like, it's like, your daughter's going to have to grow up fast.
Yeah.
She's going to have to grow up faster because it's like all of a sudden now
No responsibility.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're taking responsibility for this. And Reese has even said several times, I mean, this is probably jumping ahead, but she's like, the idea of, oh, you go get surgery and it's done
It's
is,
not.
well, I know it's not
Yeah.
done, but like she was like that idea, whereas, we do the program every day. And it's like, and that's what I would say. It's like, oh no, your whole life would be.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot about that, and we're just, yeah, so grateful that conversation, and then with Chrissy, and you talked her through it, and then it's just like, okay, how quickly can we put the money aside and get up there and go through that 2-week boot camp?
And I just love how it was always so transparent with you. Like you were telling me how it was and all of the different parts of it. And I feel like when I first had gone into the doctor, they kind of only told me about the surgery. They didn't tell me about the side effects of anything. They didn't even tell me what I was getting myself into with anything. And I love how you like just always tell us every part of it, every side of it. And it just, I feel like for both of us, it definitely gives us a sense of like we can just sigh and we can be like, it's gonna be okay because we
We've
know
got a guy. We know we have a guy.
Yeah, I know. And I feel like
This is where the editor needs to put the blushy face emoji on me.
Yeah.
Well, and I went through, in detail your website, your partner's websites, all the, and I got Reese's x-ray and started comparing it to x-rays on your site going, this is doable. You gave us hope that it's doable. And then like for planning, we're up front. It's like, hey, we can't do 2 weeks in a row for boot camp. Can we break them up? And you're like, you can break them up. They just need to be within like 12 weeks.
Yeah, and it's very doable for us.
Yeah, you worked with us on what to do, how to go about it, and everything. And so ever since we found you, we were just so much relief.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like
a lot of people feel in this situation they're a square peg in a round hole. And the reality here is that we can't look at this as a binary decision. Okay, just gotta keep working the problem until we find that middle ground solution that works for everyone. So yeah, all right. So okay, Reese, primarily to you, but also Barry. How was your treatment experience and your results?
My treatment experience was very good. I feel like first arriving there, the environment is so positive and I love how it feels. It's like a little community. And I loved how like whenever I was like working through all of the steps or doing rehab or anything, I loved how I would always see like you and my dad chatting and like everybody talking. And it was just, above all, it was a really positive and good experience. And as far as like the actual work, it wasn't hard at all. And I feel like everything that would have came out of me doing bracing, physical, like other therapies, surgery, I feel like it all just has this like negative like vibe around it. But I feel like when we were there in Pennsylvania, it was just very positive and everything was like, none of it was really difficult, which is actually surprising to me because I don't know why I thought I was going to have to like work like insanely hard.
Well, because we did go to the surgeon recommended physical therapy. And so we're like, okay, we'll go to this while you're doing other things. And she was just...
I was exhausted. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this for so many years.
You have to stand. You have to change the way you stand. You have to change the way you do everything.
Change all of these like fundamentals. And it was just like, it was so overwhelming. But I feel like with ScoliSMART, it was just straightforward, simple steps. And what I loved is I didn't have to think about it. Right. I would just like, when I'm doing rehab, like I just get on and I put on my brace and I just like, I stand there and I watch a show or I do something that's fun or listen to music.
It's reflexive response rehabilitation. And it's that old adage, work smarter, not harder. Well, ScoliSMARTer.
Yeah, that's definitely
we have a new tagline, be ScoliSMARTer.
Yeah. Yep. I love that. It's definitely true.
Yeah, she made several comments about that. Like after our first day of treatment, it's like we're expecting, oh, you might be sore, you might be all this. And then she's like, I feel great.
I feel great. Yeah.
And it was just, it was nice for her to just go to, I'll call it station, each different station,
Yeah.
you probably got 10 of them in your office, and going through and you remember me, I'm firing, I'm asking all these questions and everything. And for me, I've worked in innovation most of my life, and just seeing everything that you've done and all the different equipment and thinking about, oh, well, this has probably had 10 years of
So
progression. And this is
depth getting to like where everything is, because it's all so specific. And
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like y'all do the work so we don't have to. And I'm like forever thankful for
That's what
that.
they pay me for.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize for other parents what was wonderful is what helped her a lot is she was like, I don't have to think about it. She just went to the different stations and everything was positive and everything. And then it's like, oh, and I just do this back at the hotel.
Yeah. And I love the environment, and talking to other kids my age is just, I feel like it was great having other people to like share experiences with, because all the other kids, I think there was both times I went, there was like 4 other kids there, and it was just really nice to get to talk to everybody about their specific different experiences with their scoliosis, and people would like open up, and it was a really, really great place to be, especially when I was like first so stressed out about even having scoliosis. It made me feel like I wasn't weird, or like I wasn't different because like I had it. And like there's other kids that have it too. And it's really nice to be around other people.
And I do make what I call clinic chemistry a priority. Right? I do focus, and you see me interact with the patients, the kids, and the parents. Making clinic culture a priority is a priority. And the one thing is that doctor is Latin for teacher. And I've always taken that very personally. Because my job here isn't just to perform a service or an action, but it's also to educate, right? So that everyone's Scoli IQ is coming up, and we can, work together as a team rather than me as dictating decisions to everyone.
I appreciate, I just want to say that is I really appreciate Clayton I ask you hours of questions, and you were there for everybody the whole week. It wasn't like, oh, she comes in and does it and you're gone. You were there, and your staff was there. We're there, what, 4 or 5 hours a day. And it's just like, and you were always there, and your staff was always there to answer questions. And like Reese said, it was just such a positive, really positive environment.
Yeah.
Well, it's a group of we have a group of individuals and here at staff and things that truly love what they do.
And you can definitely see it with the way that they interact with everybody. It's just really
everyone here really, really actually genuinely wants to be here. It really wants to coalesce behind that common goal. All right. So what is the one thing you would want every mother and or in your case, Reese, teenager, to know about scoliosis and treatment here with us?
Why don't you go first?
I feel like I was so stressed before going, because I felt like it was going to be this big thing that was really hard and difficult and stressful. I just want to say, just don't stress, because it's not as bad as you think it's going to be at all. It's actually pretty fun to be there, and it's like nice, and it's kind of therapeutic, honestly. Some of the stations are pretty comfortable, and it's it's just
your advice as a teenager is just not stress out. I'm not sure that's how that's going to go.
Yeah, because I'm a very anxious person, and I was super stressed beforehand. But right as I got there, the staff was so kind, and my stress just immediately just alleviated after I had like gone through a round of everything. I was like, wow, I do not need to be worried anymore. And I feel like that's such a good thing, because I went from being so scared and so worried about what am I going to do about my back to now it's a no-brainer. And so I feel like that's the definite thing that I would say is just, it's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be, and you can get better.
Barry?
Yeah, Clayton, for me, for other parents, they've probably been through a similar experience and are frightened or scared, or like me, are very angry, at the medical establishment that just says, here's the only solution. And they don't show you that, no, there are other solutions out there. And so it's just like, yes, there are other solutions out there. If you've just come across Clayton's website and And he says, say Clayton, don't say doctor. So,
Yeah.
and so that's ever since day one, you've always been wonderful.
But
And,
we're on the same team, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
and so for other parents, I would say, get on a Zoom call, come up with every single question you could possibly imagine, and Clayton will talk you through them.
And if I don't know, I'll say I don't know.
Or you get your partners on, and it's like, yeah. And so that was it for me. It's like, okay, I know we still have a lot of work to do and we got to go through everything,
Sure.
but it was that upfront, and I come to you and your mom. It's like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
And he is very picky about what he especially for this situation when it has to do with my health. He is very picky about what he has me do, where he has me go. So if he says this guy is great, I definitely will trust.
A worried parent will do better research than the FBI.
Yeah. I totally agree, especially when it comes to him.
Fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much for your time today and sharing your experience and all the very kind words you said. Not compensated endorsers. Okay.
No, this is not.
Yeah, this is completely just because we want to share.
I remember being there, and it's like, hey, if we can do anything, if we can support you, do a testimonial, we'd love to.
This long interview format is going to be helping so many parents sleep better tonight. After watching,
hope so. Yeah.
Have a path forward that is not going to result in bracing surgery, whatever, ruining their kid's life. And you guys are countless number of people that are going to live and sleep better and make better decisions based on what you've told them today. And that's huge. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And it's based on your work.
Yeah, it's all you. All we've done is just done
I'm just the coach calling the plays. You're the players.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, and appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, of
thank
course.
you, Clayton.
Thank you.
That's boy, Robert De Niro could not have done better. And